Hey, it's me. I'm gonna slip the pleasantries today, though. I've been a little upset. So again, I got threatened at my job by my director. I work for the city. So the way our hierarchy pretty much works, it's like the mayor, excuse me. We have like council members and things like that. And then like directors of departments, there's a bunch of various ones of those. And then like, managers and then like my supervisor, things like that. So my director. So let me start from the beginning. A friend of mine, I let them borrow my hoodie 2 times. 2 times. Once in December, and my director was on the elevator with him, saw the hoodie, no, didn't say anything. Was perfectly fine with it. And then last week, director saw them again, I guess in the elevator, because I let them borrow it again last week. So yeah, that's number two. And started to interrogate them. Was like, hey, we've had hoodies come up missing. Like, where'd you get that? And then they were like, my friend let me borrow it. It's cold. He let me use it. Who's your friend? Why did they let you use it? Like applying like they stole it or their friend stole it and gave it to them. So they were like, Dre, he let me use it. And then my director, for one, was like, oh, that makes sense. And then that was the end of their interaction. So for one, what does that mean? Like, I've talked to my director. We've been cool. We haven't had no issues. I don't know what's going on with that. And then this week, I get put into a meeting with my supervisor and my supervisor's manager. So normally that's some kind of HR issue. Like, cussed out a customer, done something crazy at work, something like that. So I'm like, okay, I know I ain't done nothing like that. So I was like, oh, are they trying to intimidate me? But pulling me into this meeting with my supervisor and my supervisor's manager? Because that would be the only reason for both of them to be there. And then my supervisor never says a word. Just sits there. Never says a word. But my supervisor's manager starts talking about the hoodie, and I'm like, what? A hoodie? And I'm like, yeah, you let somebody use your hoodie. If you didn't want it, you should have turned it in. All this stuff. And then the director says you are required to immediately return that hoodie. Required to immediately return that hoodie. So mind you, with that hoodie, I did not sign up for it, sign for it, like a uniform, because it's not a uniform, it's a hoodie. I have shirts and everything. I didn't even know they had sent the hoodie into my apartment complex because they shipped it out to me. Said, hey, you got a package. I was like, a package? Again, this was in December. Open package, just a hoodie. Doesn't fit. Friend was cold. I offered. They didn't ask. I was like, oh, you're cold here. Use this hoodie. As whatever. It's not a big deal. I'll let anybody use the hoodie. It's a hoodie. What does it matter? But my thing is, why threaten me? And you can't say it's not a threat because immediately and required, immediately means right now. You need to bring us that hoodie right now. Required means if you don't do something, because required means you have to. You have no choice. You have to do this. So if I don't bring it back, then I'm in trouble. So am I going to get fired or, because again, I take calls. So for you to require me to do something, the pretty much the only option would be to fire me if I don't bring it back. Because you can't like dock my pay or anything like that. Because again, I work for the city. So required means bring it back now. And I was thinking about that. The only other option would be to fire me if I did not bring the hoodie back. So I'm like, all this over a hoodie? And my thing was like, the manager and my supervisor, y'all couldn't even think about, hey, this sounds a little extreme. Hell, how about I try, let me send, not try, but let me send this email. And it could have been like, hey, we in this department, we don't like other people, wearing our hoodies, our shirts, hats, using our pins because the pins have that on that, wearing the little pins because the little pins that you can wear has that on that. Using our little hand sanitizers because we have hand sanitizers bottles that has that stuff on there. Hey, we don't want other people doing that. Like, oh, okay, cool. And hey, we've had some hoodies come up missing. We know you didn't steal yours. We know we sent yours to you. But if you don't want it, can you bring it back and we can give it to somebody else who really wants a hoodie, who didn't get one because stuff come up missing? And I'm like, yeah, I don't plan on wearing it. So yeah, I would have gladly brought it back for them to give it to somebody. But that's not what they did. They tried to use an intimidation tactic with something that would be used for like an HR meeting or when you're signing a written, like you're getting written up. If you don't do this again, you're on a final, stuff like that. Again, why? Why over a hoodie? Like, there could have been so many better ways that could have been handled. A phone call, like I said, email, anything. But to threaten somebody, and literally, I said, I don't see anything other than my job being threatened. It would have to be y'all plan on firing me if I didn't bring that hoodie back. So maybe I'm overthinking it, but for someone to say immediately and required, and for it to be with your supervisor and their manager, that screams to me intimidation and threatening. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. Again, thank y'all for watching. Let me know what y'all think, because y'all might think something different. Let me know. Peace.